Hi, I'm in Carmen, Manitoba at the 2026 Crop Diagnostic School. I'm here with Lindsey Brooks with the Manitoba Canola Growers. She's the agronomy specialist. Earlier this morning, Lindsey, you were talking about plant density in canola and the critical weed-free period. And that might be even more of a tricky thing to consider with all the moisture we had this year. What does that look like?
For sure. So there's been a lot of factors that have affected plant stand this spring. This spring has been a roller coaster, to say the least. There's a lot of stands that have been impacted by flea beetles, by wind. There's a bit of seedling disease complex out there that's impacting stands, frost, and then of course moisture. So we might not have, in a lot of times, that ideal plant stand of 5 to 8 plants per square foot that we want to see. A plant stand of 3 to 4 plants per square foot is still a viable crop, but one thing to consider, you have to really manage those low density crops a lot more. They need a little bit more management, a little bit more babysitting when it comes to things like weed pressure and insect pressure. So there has been new research, and the critical weed-free period of canola has been re-established. So it is from emergence up to the 6th leaf stage, but if your crop density is lower, if you have a thinner stand, that really has a big impact on your critical weed-free period, and you do need to keep those lower density fields cleaner for a little bit longer.
Okay, and is there a general time frame, several weeks, or what does that generally look like?
So yeah, it'll be a couple weeks. It totally depends on the field. And I mean, this year it did seem like canola was growing really quick once it did get in the ground, but things have slowed down with the cool moisture weather that we've had. So yeah, you just kind of have to be in the field to keep an eye on it. Every field's going to be different.
So Lindsey, this morning during your presentation too, you were talking about how canola plants actually metabolize glufosinate and how a grower has to take into consideration when that's applied. And what are your recommendations or advice there?
For sure. So in glufosinate, you can apply from the cotyledon stage of canola up to the bolting stage. But one thing that I really wanted to talk about was this season has been really rough in terms of being able to get onto the field to spray. We've had a lot of really windy days that aren't really great for spraying. So we're kind of at the mercy of Mother Nature. So it's just making sure that whenever you're getting on the field to spray, that you're doing everything right and making that application count. And the other thing is there's a lot of fields that are really, really stressed out. And in those situations, you don't want to spray anything until the crop and the weeds are both actively growing. The crop won't be able to metabolize herbicide if it's sprayed when it's stressed out. So you might see some crop injury, and the weeds won't be taking up any of that herbicide. So you might not get the best control of the weeds. So it's best to wait until the crop has recovered a little bit and the weeds have recovered a little bit in order to spray that herbicide.
Yeah, main thing is getting in the fields when you can, if you can these days,
yes.
it seems.
Yeah.
Great. Good seeing you again at Crop Diagnostic School.
Yeah, thank
Take
you.
care.
Yeah, you too.